Yo, man, what's going on, y'all boys, man? Y'all already know what time it is. I keep saying boys and girls. There be girls watching me too, so I apologize to all my women out there if I'm calling y'all boy. I'm just speaking as a group, so I'm gonna say women, boys, and girls. I get what I'm saying, you know. But all jokes aside, man, make sure if y'all enjoy this reaction video that you give it a huge thumbs up. Once again, this video is for entertainment purposes. This is to not promote anything other than that. If y'all want a shout out, please send me videos in the Discord. It would be highly, highly, highly appreciated. And I would definitely give y'all boys a shout out. Whoever send me anything, getting a shout out. I promise you, you know. Comment whatever you want to know. Comment anything about the video, anything you got to say, and I will make sure to respond to it, especially within the first hour of me uploading. So make sure I turn on post notifications to get notified when I post to get a response or whatever you want to know. Hit that like button, man. Let's get into this video.
A lot of Christians will not listen to Taylor Swift anymore. They believe she's crossed a line. She's doing way too much demonic shit. There's a really interesting new crazy conspiracy theory about one of her songs in particular. Craziest conspiracy theory ever about Taylor Swift is that she is the rejuvenated clone of the high priestess of the Church of Satan, Zena LaVey. Their lips, nose, eyes look identical.
It's
both happen to have the
identical.
same fixation of snakes and snake handling. And it's insane because they're both renowned singer-songwriters. Like, that's their main job. Each of them, they have too much in common. Now, in 2023, there's definitely been an uptick in the amount of demonic symbolism in Taylor Swift's music videos and songs. This amazing Christian TikToker, Karu, got millions of likes for saying,
"Here's why I don't listen to Taylor Swift anymore as a Christian."
His theory that he talks about specifically is about the Willow music video, where there's this string attached to her piano, and anytime someone hears her play music, they get entranced and obsessed with her. They want to be by her. And his whole point was that people get so obsessed with Taylor to the point where they're almost worshiping her like she has their soul or something. In the video, she's on her ritualistic witch ceremony shit. He thinks all those oars represent people's souls who are obsessed with Taylor. And she follows that string right back to her piano because that's what gets people to be obsessed with her. That's where her power lies. This makes sense because Willow is very demonic coded on tour.
What?
Before I say the craziest part about this whole conspiracy theory, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each year's favorite celebrities and request who you want to see next. Taylor has a whole EP for this song called The Witch Collection with songs like Dancing Witch version, Lonely Witch version, Moonlit Witch version. She's admitting she's a witch.
Wow. Hey, shout out to Patty Pop Culture, man, for dropping the fire content. I need to go and check him out some more. Just to see what, you know, since I ain't gonna lie, he put some valid points here. And the main one that scared me the most was this. I'm not even gonna lie. And I keep seeing these two pictures of her all over the place. I didn't put two and two together to figure out who this young lady was at the bottom. But now I know who this is. It makes so much sense on how similar they are. Like, look at just even the posing that they're doing. Just even right here, the bow fixating and the snake, like, it all makes sense. And it's crazy because I never saw this side of Tyler Perry. Katy Perry. Never saw this side of Katy Perry until really like a couple weeks ago, but really, really a lot now. And it's completely opened my mind. This is completely crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below with this.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the earth is a closed system.
Wait,
we
what?
cannot leave the earth. There's no place to go.
And this is Bill Nye.
Today I'd like to bring to your attention a potential fraud on an enormous scale happening in York County. There's now clear evidence of NASA using numerous methods to grossly mislead the public about astronauts being on the International Space Station. During interior ISS scenes from NASA's own live feed, the use of wires, harnesses, green screens, and virtual reality have been detected to achieve the appearance of a weightless environment. Examples of this include astronauts fading in and out of the screen.
Yeah, I remember looking at this chat. I know y'all remember, right?
Green screen glitches, grabbing objects that aren't really there, pulling on invisible wires, getting tangled in their harnesses,
Why is it a fat logo in the middle? I'm trying to look.
and even astronauts appearing out of thin air. This begs the obvious question. If they're really up there, why are they using Hollywood techniques to fake the footage?
Right.
Now, unfortunately, I can't show you these clips in here today, but I will be sending them to you. Moving on, outside the International Space Station, during spacewalks, air bubbles have been recorded on numerous occasions. How is it possible for air bubbles to be present in the vacuum of space?
Right.
I once questioned astronaut Scott Kelly about this phenomenon. His body language and answers only created more questions. In 2013, astronaut Luca Parmitano nearly drowned during a spacewalk when his helmet filled with water. This happened again just last year. Air bubbles, helmets filling with water, and drowning. Are they in space or are they underwater? Now, what's really interesting is that they train for spacewalks in an underwater pool with a complete ISS replica.
Right.
Now, surely they aren't filming these spacewalks in an underwater pool and then editing them to appear if they're in space. Because that sure would be something, wouldn't it? I'm calling on the Brevard County Commissioners to open a full investigation into NASA's fraudulent practices and use of taxpayer dollars. It costs NASA $3 billion per year to operate the ISS, and if they don't have a darn good explanation as to why they're faking these videos, I and the public would like a darn good explanation as to where our tax money is going.
Right.
And if they are indeed faking the funk, it is our duty to expose and eliminate this fraudulent and astronomically wasteful ISS program. And look, I know what you're all thinking. The NASA is part of the federal government, and you're just county commissioners. Even if what I'm saying is true, what can you do? But let me remind you, not only is this happening in your county, as public officials, you have the platform and the ability to make a statement or hold a press conference, alerting the public, state, and federal authorities to investigate further. You have the power to start the conversation. Video evidence of everything I described today will be emailed to you all, and I truly hope we can get to the bottom of this. I look forward to the day that $3 billion annual budget is put towards our veterans, our homeless, maybe some of that mental health stuff the young lady just spoke about, and the revitalization of Brevard County. Thank you for your time today, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, sir. Here's how.
Wow, you can see them being.
Just simply use a blue screen. Voila, now you have a bubble of water floating, as if he's in the outer space, inside the ISS.
Wow, that is wild. And even the beginning there, I'm not gonna lie, to hear Bill Nye, and I gotta take my headphones off for this one. To hear Bill Nye, everybody know of Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy. Everybody know about him. If Bill Nye say it, then it is true. And it's crazy because he is a scientist saying that. A lot of scientists, they do not agree. The fact Bill Nye still 10 toes down on it is crazy. This probably filmed 20 years ago and he still looked the same to this day. It's wild to know just even Bill Nye. That's the more shocking part, just even throughout this entire video, because we really already covered this, especially with this clip of them faking it and grabbing onto these objects and disappearing in and out. But man, you know, just even biblically, they say that we're in the firmament. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of if we really can get out. And it's just a matter of, like he said, it's raising a red flag to know and for them to somewhat tell us what's really going on, because we deserve to know. And he's not lying. He's telling the complete truth. We deserve to know.
What's good? Yeah, what's good? This your boy, Andy, the truth. Saying human. Anyways, everyone.
This building bodies and body parts.
Anyways, everyone, check out this video and tell me what you think.
Selling bodies and body parts. Selling bodies and body parts. A trial set to begin in just months. And tonight, new grisly details of what the FBI says really happened.
ABC 15's Nicole Valdez is live.
A human chop shop.
This building off 24th Street and University doesn't look like much, but according to new claims in these court documents, the Biological Resource Center was essentially running a chop shop for human body parts, mixing, matching, and selling them in ways we've never heard of until tonight.
One FBI agent revealing what it was really like inside the Phoenix body donation facility, from buckets of heads, arms, and legs to coolers filled with severed penises when the FBI raided the building. He even spotted a smaller head sewn onto a larger torso in a, quote, Frankenstein manner. The limbs, according to that agent, with no apparent identification. A torso with a head apparently went for $2,400.
Wow.
A leg about $1,100. They'd even sell knees and feet alone for under $500.
The owner of the Biological Resource Center was already sentenced, but he was only given probation.
Yeah.
Only probation? Are you serious, bro? Only probation. That should tell you everything y'all need to know. I don't think I have to go into the explaining of why, because that was my first question. Why are they selling everything? What is the point of selling a leg or an arm or a head for? To do what science studies on the head, on a kneecap? Or like, those are real humans. That's why I want to be cremated. Don't do anything on me. Don't sell me to no laboratories, nothing.
The darkest conspiracy theories. The Titanic Theory. The theory says that the Titanic never hit an iceberg. The owner of the Titanic, J.P. Morgan, had two ships, the Olympic and the Titanic. And he knew that the Olympic was old and rusty, so he switched the names and the color of the two ships. The theory argues that he wanted to sink the ship because he'd make a lot of money of it. But the theory doesn't stop there. Because do you know who was in the ship? All of J.P. Morgan's business competitors, and none of them survived the trip. But Morgan himself canceled the voyage a few minutes before the journey began.
And yeah, I know J.P. Morgan is a bank, and his competitors were who? Like that is why I was also read up on something that a lot of these bank owners were actually slave owners as well. I can fact check it, or anybody can fact check me down below to look at and see which actual owners were actually slave owners as well. But if I'm not mistaken, it definitely was J.P. Morgan also. So right here it says, Bank of America, the history of Bank of America has documented ties to slavery. And the other one with JP Morgan, it said, all in all, the two banks linked to JP Morgan used more than 13,000 slaves as collateral and wound up owning about 1,250 of them when borrowers defaulted. That's crazy. So yeah, it's a whole list that we can probably look up and find, but I honestly, like I tell you, I do my reactions real raw and uncut. So I know a lot of people be in the comments like, bro, you should look at the content before you do it, man. Like, y'all gotta understand me. I'm not perfect, bro. I'm not finna fake nothing. I'm not finna make it look like I know everything, bro. If I don't know it, I don't know it. I'm gonna be 100 and I'm gonna sit here and ask y'all. Y'all gonna see me look it up in person. Like, I'm a real person. I'm not just one of these fake content creators that y'all just be seeing online who looks at every single thing before they react to it and then make it look like it's their first time and that they just flow on what they're talking about. That's not me. I'm going to keep it 100 and I'm going to keep it a stack with y'all and let y'all know. But respectfully, like y'all see, I just looked that up in person. But y'all can let me know now. Y'all can let everybody know down below the rest of them, though. But it definitely is more. It is definitely more for a fact. But I definitely do feel like that the Titanic stuff was planned. I mean, a lot of people even say something about how, I mean, there are 0 icebergs and were 0 icebergs over by the resting place for the Titanic. Like how is it 0 icebergs around the place? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's stunning to monitor the media's lack of interest in the whole Maui story. I've been in this business for 30 years. I'm stunned, but I'm not surprised. The incident seems to be the story here, right? But the true story, the media knows it is not allowed to tell. Is it a coincidence that the Maui police chief is the same man who was in charge in Las Vegas during that massacre that killed 58 people? Is it a coincidence that the Maui property, owned by million and billionaires, it wasn't touched by the flames while homes of the locals all burned?
What she fails to also mention is how the media hasn't even once interviewed a grieving parent. Not a single parent looking for their children. Not a single interview with a child. Not a single interview with the schools.
Was it a coincidence that the largest system of outdoor emergency sirens in the world never made a sound as the fire devoured Lahaina? Was it a coincidence that at the same time, very same time, all the water was turned off? Was it a coincidence that police were ordered to block off streets and to funnel all the cars trying to escape? Think about this coincidence. That governor also signed an emergency proclamation on July 17th, 3 weeks before the fire, about housing of all things. Is it a coincidence that the government put up a black fence around Lahaina, or that the FAA grounded all drones from flying over the affected areas? Is it a coincidence that since at least 2011 there have been plans to make Maui the first smart city run by 100% renewable energy? And that it must be a coincidence then that the locals whose homes did not burn are now being evicted from their property. And of course, a total coincidence that all the fact checkers who are checking these facts, who say everything I just told you is just a coincidence, are also owned and run by BlackRock.
And we talked about this last time. Oh my God, whoever this lady is, I'm gonna have to look her up and see if she's still alive to this point, which is I hope and I pray that she is. But she just exposed it all, because they're saying that it just so happened that this company that is trying to build smart cities, and all of the cities are caught on fire. It's the same cities in the same areas this company is trying to build smart cities in. You know, and they just saying, how does such a historical place like Maui have a wildfire like that they cannot control? They know exactly what they're doing. And it's wild, because when I tell y'all, I don't think I seen one like news, anything about Maui. The thing I ever seen was when The Rock was at the Colorado game with Deion Sanders, and people were going at The Rock saying, how can you be out here smiling and laughing when millions of your supporters in Maui is houses, they're homeless, like they have nothing going on. But it is crazy to know that millionaires and billionaires, their land didn't get touched at all, but only the poor neighborhoods and the less fortunate neighborhoods really got it ran through. But they're still trying to rebuild and do the smart city process. But what can they do to save costs and to force people to go along with it, an agenda so far than just people denying it? Because I know a lot of people was like, no, I'm not giving up, because Maui, everybody know Maui is like a historical land. Like, they don't mind keeping up their structures from hundreds of years ago. They still living in the same ways. But they like, all right, then this is what we gonna do. We gonna set fire to this stuff, and they ain't gonna have no choice. So I promise y'all to rebuild up the city, because they got money down there. The government, they go put some money in there. Our taxpayer dollars go down there 100%. When all this go down, they burn up what they want to burn up. They're gonna rebuild some smart cities over there. And out of nowhere, they're gonna be claiming, oh, we got all of these donations coming in. You go hear about the rebuilding process of Maui, but you ain't gonna hear about the destruction of Maui. Watch, I'm positive. And I know I'm the only one that didn't hear too much. Like, I didn't know it was on this type of level. I heard slim about it, but as much as like, this needs to be very serious. If this would have been New York, they would have took it way more serious than Hawaii. But I promise y'all, when they start rebuilding, because this is not the only place that this happened to. Y'all can look it up. There's plenty of other cities. But when they start the rebuilding process of a smart city, you're going to see that all over the news and in social media. I promise y'all.
Clones do exist. The people who I think are clones are
Kodak,
Gucci Mane, Kodak Black. I really, really, really hope and pray they didn't get my boy NBA, because I love NBA YoungBoy, and he was a certain type of way before he went to jail. And then when he got out of jail, he started painting his nails black and wearing his gothic makeup. Like, Nick, he was not doing none of that. Like, he was so hood and real, and I still love his music. I just don't know who these artists is when they get out of jail and they change like that. Like, who are they?
Man, you don't believe in like just self-transformation? Like, let me work on myself to, maybe I want to start painting my nails.
But what is making them really paint their nails? Like, I don't know. And then it's like Kodak Black, he acts different. When he first got out of jail, he was grabbing his mama booty and he was dancing with his mama and gripping her, his own mom. Like, I don't know. And I pray that it's not as weird as I think. But something telling me it is.
Hey, it probably is, but I don't know. I feel like people play with their parents all type of different ways. I mean, I'm positive people didn't hit their mom behind and didn't think nothing other than, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different than you groping and you just like, boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people have different relationships with their parents, and a lot of people who, you know, who possibly don't have that type of relationship with their parents, they look at other people on the opposite end and be like, oh, they weird. Oh, they did this. They selling they soul. Nah, I personally do think that YoungBoy, I definitely think that he's a clone, and I definitely think that Kodak might be one. You know, but it's a lot of celebrities that are labeled as clones. Everybody's seen how Gucci Mane went in and came out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot of celebrity speculations of people who 100% went into jail and came out clone. But I think NBA YoungBoy was a prime example because everybody say this ain't the same YoungBoy everybody know from 2018.
Many people have been saying that this episode from The Simpsons was trying to foreshadow the future. Do you think it was?
I'd like to call to order this secret conclave of America's media empires. We're here to come up with the next phony baloney crisis to put Americans back where they belong, in dark rooms, glued to their televisions, too terrified to skip the commercials.
Well, I think...
NBC, you are here to listen and not speak. I think we should go with a good old-fashioned public health scare.
A new disease. No one's immune. It's like the summer of the shark, except instead of a shark, it's an epidemic. And instead of summer, it's all the time.
That is smoking. Now, I hate to be the guy who derails what everybody else loves.
He loves being that guy.
But, Janice, we do have standards. This can't be a made-up disease. The only moral thing to do is release a deadly virus into the general public.
Many people have been saying that this episode from the...
Well above our heads, man. Yeah, I know COVID is always right with some, but they're speaking just general politics. And yes, I definitely do believe that they put things in the air and these diseases and stuff that come out on purpose for population control, mind control, keep people in fear so they can push agendas. That's personally what I think. You can agree to disagree or agree to agree, each his own.
Cuando vuelva la luz, va a volver a explotar.
Translator, please.
Oye, justo hay una micro ahí, weón.
What? Are you serious? What the, like, and it was zero. Like, what was that? Chat, are you serious right now? That is crazy, bro. I don't even know what to call it. It didn't look like he was in these storm clouds on, and it looked like lightning would hit there for no reason. So what was that?
World is changing its frequency and its vibration. It's already doing it. You know things are speeding up.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that. Time is speeding up. Everything is speeding up. And the Earth itself has a tone. I've heard this tone. It's recorded from satellites in space. The Earth has a tone, a frequency. That tone has changed and it is speeded up.
Wow.
Scientists know this. It's very definite. That this is definitely, they have proved it is changing. The frequencies and vibrations of the Earth are changing. As I said a while ago about dimensions, we're getting ready to shift into a totally new dimension. We have to. The Earth has got to the point where they can't do anything else to help it. It just,
wow.
We're just destroying so much here that there's going to have to be a separation to move into the new frequency. Wow. And they said the entire universe is watching. It's the greatest show on earth because it has never happened in the history of the universes before that an entire planet will make the shift at one time. Now, you know in the Bible it always talks about the new heaven and the new earth. I believe John of Pathos, when he had that vision, he was seeing a real vision. He didn't realize it was.
So y'all know how Walmart's been mysteriously closing. This is an abandoned Walmart. Now what does this look like to y'all? This is an abandoned Walmart, a closed down Walmart.
Why?
What does it look like?
The jail? I don't know. Like a jail cell. I don't know what the point of that was, for respectfully, but y'all let me know what it looked like down below. I guess that's just what he wanted to know. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a kid and my mama did that, I'd have to run away from my mom. I would have to run away. I'm gonna be honest. It just seemed like he was just showing love to the kid. You know what I'm saying? It didn't seem like he was doing nothing other out the way. I know I was waiting for it, but you know, I got to put no crazy music behind it to try to make people think otherwise. They try to manipulate you, and they try to manipulate you by one thing, and that's music. They can put this, I got to find. They can put that type of music, and the first thing you're going to be looking for, and the first thing your body is going to be waiting for and urgent is that what's about to go on next. Something crazy is about to happen. It's finna be 100% true. I ain't gonna lie. From the beginning of hearing what was going on, I just knew something was finna happen in this video. And I was waiting. I was anticipating. I was tuned in. And that's just another way. Like I told y'all, it's easy. I could put background music behind anything and make y'all believe it. Like that's just the weird part of how music is, and they do it in movies nowadays. You don't just put them. You ain't never see you would not never see a movie without music. Not saying that it's a part of mind control, but it's a part of how they want you to feel throughout it. So I feel like that's what they did in this video. Is why I don't believe it. I'm gonna debunk this one. But yeah, man, we at the end of the video, man. Make sure if y'all enjoyed this reaction video that you give this video a huge thumbs up, man. Let's get this video to 10,000 thumbs up. I'm telling y'all, we get there, we'll go break the market, man. I want me to sell a do-rag, so let's get to 10,000 thumbs up. I might release one to one lucky person. I might release one. You see what I'm saying? But nah, all jokes aside, man, once again, like I tell y'all, this video is all for entertainment purposes. This is not to promote any type of conspiracy, any type of harm, or just take anybody content, nothing like that, man. Shout out to all the creators and all the people as well that were able to send me these videos to do a reaction to. Once again, I'm glad to be able to just give my honest input and opinion on it. You get what I'm saying? But once again, man, thank y'all for tuning in and coming in. Y'all new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If y'all enjoyed down below, you made it to the end of the video, get this video a blue heart, man. Let's get it. Let's go.